Okay, I've mounted this bearing onto the shaft. You can see I've got the lock nut on the same side as it was on that one. So that means that it will try and tighten as the shaft's turning. But the centres from that bearing here, an inch, 11.5 inches. Let me just move that crap off that bearing there, that bloody paint. Must always make sure things are clean with bearings. Don't want any shite at all. Oh, that's not supposed to happen. Alright, now you can see when that's installed, there's a clearance either side. So that's to allow for the expansion and contraction in this bearing only, not the other one. The other one's located, remember that. Yeah. And in case you're wondering about the overhang on the end here, the pulley has a recessed boss in the middle. So it overhangs where my thumb is, so it'll be quite close to that there. But I'll show you that later. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pack this bearing, I'm going to pack the housing too, and I'm going to put this together with the seals that I've got. Even though I know they're wrong, I'll still put them in, and I'll get the proper ones hopefully next week, and we'll install them. Okay. Alright, I've just tightened the cap, and I've got everything where I want it. So you can see the centre of that one to the centre of that one, 11.5 inches. But if you watch this, see, that can move. So that's allowing for, you know, we've probably got a good, maybe 3/8 of an inch movement there. We'll never use all that. But that means that bearing's free to move. So any expansion and contraction will take place in this bearing, not that one. That one is locked. I can't move, I can't. Alright, so that's them bearings fitted now. All I need to do with these is, before I do the final fit on the shaft, what I'll do is I'll just take the top halves off. I'll replace the seals with the correct ones. Once that's done, that is finished. That's done with them. Right, so what I'm going to do is put my grease away and have a little tidy up with some of the stuff here, and then we're going to install the two pulleys. And we can put them on and we can lock them up. Right, let me do that. Alright, we've got all the pulleys and bearings fitted onto the shaft now. We've got a left-hand thread here and a right-hand thread there, which drives the pulleys up against the shoulder. There's a parallel key in there, there's a parallel key there, and a parallel key there. Parallel keys are always side-fitting keys, not top-fitting keys. Usually taper keys are top and bottom fitting keys, but these are side-fitting keys, parallel keys. Alright, so that's ready to go on. So I'm going to go and do that now. I'm going to offer it up and see how it lines up. Might put some bolts in, make sure everything's okay. And of course, when I get my new seals, I'll have to take it down and split the bearings and put the new seals in. But that's a straightforward enough sort of job. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, there we are. The shaft's in place now. And the alignment, you can see, looks pretty good between the motor pulley and the driven pulley. That's pretty good, actually. I still haven't set the position of that pulley yet. I can move that. And if you look, that's the drive pulley or the cutting, that's the cutting stroke pulley. And the alignment's pretty good on that. I've just put my straight edge up against that and it looks okay. Same on this side, we've got pretty good alignment here. So I think we're all ready to go. Once we get the new seals for them two bearings, we can box that up and finish that shaft complete then. There's nothing else to do on that. Lock everything down. I've got the belt material for this, I've got the belt material for there. I need more fasteners before I can fit the belts. And then what I've got to do is sort the cable out, because that cable, you look at it from the motor there, it's dropping down, it's not long enough to go to the inverter drive down here, so I need either an extension or I need a longer cable. I'll probably get a longer cable, keeps it tidy then, and I can clip it to the wall and feed it round, or I may bring something from down here to the bed of the planer. Well, we'll see. But yeah, that's looking pretty good now. I'm pleased with that. And that will drive that way around. So that belt will be pulling underneath, so it's pulling through the structure. And that runs that way. There you go. Once that's bedded in, that'll be quite nice. So, okay, we'll leave it at that until the next time.